Boys, it's been a minute. I've been gone for a while. A lot of things happened in my life. We're just going to kind of go over a little 15-second thing that's going on in my life. Sorry I've been gone for a while. I have been dealing with some things, kind of just some cool things. I got engaged, so that's cool. So I'm getting married next June. It should be a pop-up on the screen right now, but getting married, pretty cool. And on top of that, I hit 92, so we're getting on the mound. I'm trying to kind of, chase the dream of baseball. You guys know I'm a college baseball player, and I'm pushing it as far and as fast as I can. So that's kind of the main priority. And it kind of how it always has been, but I've just kind of been on the brink of playing the show and a couple of other things. But as you guys know, I am banned from the game because of a sponsor that I took a very long time ago that ended up selling stubs to a third-party site. If you guys didn't know that, I have an apology video and all sorts of stuff like that. I messed up. I hope we're over that on this channel. But I'm hoping that MLB The Show 23 is a big year for me. And it's going to be something that we're going to start covering. And I'm also going to not be banned on that game, so we're going to be playing that game a ton. And what we're talking about in today's video is the fact that MLB The Show 23, I know we've got a little bit of a weird background, but I was recording a different video and I figured we just wouldn't change, is that MLB The Show 23 is getting rumored that it's going to be the J-Rod Show. I don't know why it wouldn't be the J-Rod Show. They have done the most amped and most hyped player from each and every year to post on the next year's game, and they want to sell a lot of copies. The biggest buzz in baseball right now and the biggest emergence that came out of nowhere definitely had to be Julio Rodriguez. There's no other way to put it other than the J-Rod Show. So my guess is that we're going to be seeing J-Rod on the cover of MLB The Show 23. Now, it's not 100% confirmed, but these things are usually pretty obvious. The only other thing that I could see is that we would get maybe like a Yordan Alvarez cover or something like that, but I just don't think so because although Yordan Alvarez, and obviously they won the World Series, he is not like the most marketed player in the MLB. He's kind of an underrated guy. Everybody knows Yordan Alvarez. And obviously, he's had some monster years the past couple years, and maybe he gets a cover. But the thing about J-Rod is he's just so marketable. It's kind of like how Tatis was, is you can make J-Rod the face of the game. I mean, in Seattle, they think that he's literally the next Ken Griffey Jr., and we'll see if that ends up playing out, but he is very hyped. He's a very good baseball player. He's an absolute stud, and so it's looking like we're going to maybe get a J-Rod Show type of thing. But we'll look at some of the leaks and some of the things that we ended up seeing online, and we'll go into it right now. So Real Sport talks about this. They always end up talking about MLB The Show 23 a little bit early, so I'm usually able to have a lot of prediction videos and stuff like that come out off of their website. Some of it's real, some of it's fake. The thing that I will say about this, though, is it's usually 90% right. The only thing that they've ever done that I've realized is wrong that I made a video about is last year I made a video that they ended up reporting that it was coming to PC, and the game never ended up coming to PC. And so a lot of people ended up getting a little bit mad at me for reporting it, but I thought it was pretty right because obviously I thought Real Sport was pretty legit. But everything other than that, like they said it was coming to Switch first, they said that it was coming to new consoles and stuff first. And so I will say that this is pretty correct. And what they end up talking about is how it's very likely that we end up seeing the game come out roughly in March or April, which is pretty obvious. That's usually when they end up coming out, so that's not really a hot take or anything. The one thing that I will say is it's a little weird. It's January already. This game could be coming out in 2 to 3 months, and we haven't gotten a trailer. We don't know who the cover athlete is. We don't know all of these things. But the expected release date is April 4th, 2023, which would be roughly 3 months or so. But like usually we end up getting something by now, especially with the bigger title sports games. We end up getting something like this. So it's a little weird that we haven't seen any trailer yet. I would expect for something to get announced on MLB The Show, on the Twitter, or something in the next like 2 to 3 weeks. Like, it would be really weird to not see something in the next 2 weeks. We should know at least who the cover athlete is. There should be a teaser, because usually by the end of January or middle February, we're getting gameplay trailers and stuff like that, hyping up the game. I'm already making gameplay videos about new mechanics and stuff like that, but we haven't seen any of that yet, so it's a little weird that we haven't seen that. So I'm just going to kind of talk about basically when we can see this, which usually is February. Usually February. The price for everything, it's going to be $70 still for new gen. The thing, they keep on saying they want to bring the game to PC, so maybe we see the game brought to PC, but it's a little bit weird. I know that obviously it's going to be coming to Nintendo Switch, Xbox, old series and new series, PlayStation, new series and old series, so I don't know why they wouldn't go to old gen here, unless for some reason they are forced to make it next gen, but it's not that demanding of a game to where we see this. As far as new content and stuff that they're going to bring, everybody's been wanting to park forever. They said so many things were promised last year that just didn't happen. The big thing that was promised that never happened was co-op ranked mode. There was supposed to be a giant leaderboard with co-op, and it never happened. The co-op was one of the most overhyped things in MLB The Show, in my opinion. They made it out to be like huge, and it never ended up being that way. They ended up messing it up, and I thought it was a pretty cool game mode. It was pretty fun. Some of the content was cool, but it was just really dry. Like it was cool for maybe a week or two, but when there's no like incentive to grind co-op, then it's just kind of like why would you play co-op? I know that they were going to add a little bit later in the year, but it's just one of those things that we wanted to see a co-op ranked mode, kind of co-op leaderboard, something to grind for. Maybe there's a co-op like World Series and World Series reward, you know how sick that would be. So maybe they end up absolutely amping that in next year's game, and this was kind of a soft launch this year to figure it out for next year's game. But it's just one of those things that we're really hoping to see that in MLB The Show 23. I know that you guys are too. The top candidates for MLB The Show 23, they're saying, are Mike Trout, Clayton Kershaw, and Vladdy. Now, I could see Trout, obviously. Trout would be cool. I think Trout should get a cover eventually. But I don't know if Clayton Kershaw or Vladdy Guerrero Jr. makes sense. In my opinion, it's Julio Rodriguez or it's Trout. It's J-Rod or Trout. It's one or the other. But I would guess that it's J-Rod based on the style of kind of marketing campaigns they've taken in the last, 5 years. It's always the new emerging hot topic player. And that's usually what sells the most copies and they're able to put behind. J-Rod's a pretty good guy. I mean, obviously everyone thought that nothing would happen with Fernando Tatis, but I don't see anything going wrong with that. And so I feel like that's where they're going to go. I feel like J-Rod is going to be the cover athlete of MLB The Show 23. There's a bunch of people that have ended up already putting, based covers on it. So this is kind of what the J-Rod looks like. Gomes posted a video and put it in a thumbnail. And I'm sure it'll be in my thumbnail. But this is kind of what everyone is saying that's going to look like. Rough sketch of what it could look like. MLB The 22 card art. He's really good at making these things, and honestly, he gets pretty close to some of the designs that end up coming, so just kind of keep that in mind, that the cover will probably look something like this, but definitely see that it's going to be J-Rod this year. And I would be stunned if it wasn't. If you boys enjoyed the video and you want to see more like this, make sure you guys smash that like and sub button as we are on the road to 10K subscribers. I really would appreciate some love on this video, so make sure you guys leave a comment down below. I'd love to talk to you guys. I'm going to try to respond to every single one. Just let me know how you guys are doing. It's been a minute since I posted. Have a good one. I'll talk to you boys later, and peace.